Mindfulness Collective. Welcome to the inky black void, which is the joy of being a live stream, coming to you live from Brooklyn, New York. Is the audio coming through? Yes, the audio is coming through. Is the video showing? No, the video is not showing, as per usual. Folks, lovely to be here with you, as always. There we go. Welcome, folks. Let me jump on over. Let's peek behind the curtain. Folks, lovely to see you here, as always. Hit me with where you at. What on earth are you grateful for? I'm grateful for, well, loads of clean drinking water. Welcome, Amuse Dave. Nice to see you. I haven't drinking any water today. It's already noon 11. Okay, folks, let's jump in here. Let's get to it, folks. How's everybody doing? What's going on? What's new? Grateful for being healthy. That's lovely. Nice to hear that you're feeling healthy. What's going on for folks? What is happening? Where are you at? Updates since Wednesday. Today's Freaky Friday, although it's a little bit of going to have to be a slightly abbreviated Freaky Friday because I have some appointments that are coming up right after this. So with that, we're going to jump into the meditation soon. But first, I want to hear from you. What are your freaky ideas about what the meditation should be every Friday? Well, mostly every Friday, I think. Yeah, my haircut. I don't know how you guys like it. Mostly every Friday we will do a completely unique, original meditation technique that has never been done before. So that is the plan for today as well. You are welcome now to hit me with any questions, quandaries, queries, challenges, or life concerns that you have, and then we can go from there. Let me check. I have another place that I've been stashing people asking questions for stream. So let me see if there's any questions for stream sitting in the old hopper, so to speak. Let's see, discussion. No, there's no questions here for stream. Okay, pop. Okay, great. No questions sitting here. So, okay, folks, hit me with where you at. What are you grateful for? We have joining us here, Amuse Dave is grateful for being healthy. Aaron from Indiana, squirrels and the birds on my deck. Lovely. Sanelf here from Atlanta, loving the sun. I'm glad the sun is quite a resource. What else? What are you grateful for? Where are you at? And what kind of weird, wacky meditation do you want to do today? Last few were really weird. We're doing total woo-woo, like picturing that you are the, cosmic element, fire, water, whatever, all sorts of weird stuff. But Dave has been waiting for Crypto Project to integrate. It's very exciting. If I make money on it, I would donate to Deep Mindfulness. Oh, that's very kind. Well, we support you in all your endeavors, donation or no, but if you want to donate, we fully, deeply appreciate it. And P.S., the likelihood that we're doing a retreat now is going up dramatically by the moment. It's going to be on the west coast of the United States, probably in Nevada City, and probably from the, what are the new dates we're talking about now? Probably the 6th to the 15th. 6th to the 15th, I got to remember that. No, wait, maybe it's 7th to the 15th. We're updating dates like constantly because we're changing, we're jumping around here. 7th to 15th is probably the plan. 7th to 15th. So put that in your calendar. In-person retreat. I can't believe it. Okay, folks. So hit me with whatever you got, and I would love to hear from you to see what you're doing. But hit me with what kind of stuff you'd like to do for today's meditation. I could just make it up, but I always like to take requests from you folks before we begin. We'll be beginning shortly, so hit me with those thoughts. What kind of meditation, what kind of interesting thing are you interested in doing, developing, changing? Oh, and we're frozen again. This is the lovely nature of... And the camera's off. Okay, well, listen. What are you going to do? There it is. That's the wrong camera. That's the right camera. It doesn't seem to care. This is probably some sort of dumb driver's issue. Turn the camera off, turn the camera on. See if that has an effect. I might have to change to a different broadcasting software. Okay, let me unplug the camera. We plug it in. 1 second. Let's see if that did anything. It might be sans camera today, which would be very weird. Can't talk with my hands anymore. What? So weird. It's just in the middle of the stream, cut off the camera. I'm assuming you guys can still hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. So let's try to add a new camera and add the old camera. Video capture device. Add source. New camera. Add source. There, I'm back. So weird. And it's the same thing where I have to flip the thing again. It's so weird, guys. It just got rid of the... it just deleted the camera a second ago. So very weird. Okay, let me try this again. It's probably not going to allow it. No, weird. In the middle of the stream, it just deleted the camera. So what does that mean? I don't know. It's a weird world. And then the chat is over my face. Kind of looks cool. I look like I'm like in the Matrix. Okay, so keep hitting me with those ideas about things you want to do for meditation. I want to see if I can flip this thingy. Transform. Edit, transform. Oh, video capture. Flip. Boom. So easy. Okay. So folks are me here. Just my issues, but feeling safe and or sleeping at night. Okay. Feeling safe or sleeping at night. Okay. So safe and willingness to sleep meditation that would motivate and give willpower. Thank you so much. Aborgna 91. Aborgna 91. I thought it's when I read your thing very briefly, and I thought you said Janusz is having some challenges doing loving kindness meditation. I was like, what? I was like, it's not that. That's not rare. I'm doing fine with loving kindness meditation. Okay. Meditation that would give you willpower. What do you think? It's always going to be there is a little echo. Oh, I see. Thank you. Thank you for that. I have to change streaming softwares. Okay, so willpower is always going to come back to values. So clarifying values is always going to be the key. So we can talk maybe about values, but I don't really have a meditation you do for values. See if let me know if the echo is still there at this point. It should be off by now. Okay, let's see here. Feel. Aborgna 91. Aborgna 91 is, hi Janusz, I am having some challenges doing loving kindness meditation in our course. Okay, great. So you're in the course. I keep feeling physically blocked and feeling this overwhelming sadness while I'm doing them. Wondering if you had any advice. Great, the echo is gone. Okay, let's talk about that, and let's talk about how to do that in today's meditation. Partially, it's possible that there's some sadness in the system that needs to be felt, possibly some mourning, possibly some early childhood trauma stuff. And wait, Borgna, did we talk and I said come on the stream and ask the question? If so, let me know. And also, P.S., I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but this is Borgna's first time here on the stream. I don't know if you know, Borgna, we actually have a little tradition that we have here for people who it's their first time on the stream. Grateful to be here with you. Grateful as always. Thank you, folks. Thanks, Amuse Dave. You beat me to it. That's what I like to see. Welcome, Aborgna. 91. Welcome. Okay. I can't remember if you were the one who said, oh yeah, you are. Okay, great. So consider now, in the few seconds, getting Discord, because we can talk in a minute and I can answer your question more explicitly. Right now I'm going to it's a little bit of a stab in the dark because I'm not quite sure what's going on, but if you want to jump on, feel free. And then we'll go from there. So for meditation, willpower, the will. The meditations we did, the last 3 meditations, are probably pretty good for willpower, the deity yoga stuff. And loving kindness when there's other difficult emotions present. Any other requests on weird stuff we want to meditate around? Those I can work with those pretty easily. It's not a huge challenge, actually. It's pretty straightforward what I would do for this. So I'm looking for someone to give me something so weird that it's like, how could I possibly make that meditation? And then I have to pull it off. MacGyver that shit. Okay. Okay, so find that nice comfortable position. Excuse me. Clearing my throat directly into the microphone. I'm always amazed at how close this microphone is to my mouth. It's this far away and you guys can't see it. It's really close. So I could bring it up into the frame. There, now you can see it. But now it's not even that close to my mouth. Okay. So, let's begin. So we'll start in a second as soon as we hear from, who do we hear from? Aborgna. Let us know when you are ready and we'll start the meditation. Oh, hold on one second, guys. I gotta fix the camera. Great. I just had to switch this camera over. And here we go. There's no timer. Whoa, this whole program is like crashing 100%. It's not even showing the timer. Wow, okay. Something is very wrong. Okay, I'll try it one more time. I don't think it's going to transition correctly, but we'll just try it anyway. No timer today, folks. Very exciting, very high tech. So find that comfortable position, and when you're ready, we'll begin. beginning by taking a few comfortable deep breaths and just feeling the body rise and fall. As we begin the meditation, we begin with the momentum of all of the previous moments. So, assessing the kind of mind we're arriving to this meditation with. Is the mind overly active, meaning overly wakeful? It's bouncing from thing to thing, jumping from detail to detail quite quickly, crisply. Or is the mind foggy, dull, or tired, meaning overly restful? So if we're finding it's one, the antidote is often the other. So if the mind is overly restful, we can allow the eyes to open and practice with the eyes resting on a single point. One form of adding more wakefulness. If the mind is overly wakeful, jumpy, foggy, rather jumpy, edgy, we can calm the mind by relaxing the body. Treating the mind like a heavy blanket, as though it's weighing down on each of the sensations we detect. So, starting at the top of the head, relax the brow, relax the muscles behind the eyes. Allow the face to go smooth. Relax the back of the tongue and let the jaw go slack. Relax the neck and the shoulders. Relax the arms, and as you relax the hands, tuning into the subtle sensations in the palms of the hands and tips of the fingers. Really merging with those sensations for a few moments. And often when we begin a meditation, I'll say to let go of controlling the breath, just letting the body breathe as it will, but today we're going to be breathing in a slightly different way. I'd like you to breathe from your lower belly, so as though you are stretching the elastic band on an imaginary pair of sweatpants. As you breathe in, letting the lower belly expand. Breathing in for 7 seconds, holding for 4, and breathing out for 7 seconds. On the out breath, letting the belly contract, as though we're loosening that elastic band as much as possible. Drawing in the navel, not to the point of discomfort, but this is the motion of the kind of breathing I'm describing. So we'll do this for a minute or so, and I want to see if you can notice your nervous system calming. Smooth, continuous breath. The brain does not have the capacity to prioritize anxiety or overwhelm above this kind of breathing. It actually has to shut those experiences down in order to breathe in this way. So if at any point during this process, if we feel overwhelmed or like our experience is too much, just knowing that this is a great place to return to. Simply calming the nervous system. If we find that it makes us overly calm, sleepy, foggy, this kind of thing, just attending to the crispness of the sensations. And continuing to relax the body, relaxing the hips and legs. And from this place, relaxing the entire body as one collection. So we're including all body sensations and emotions as one collection all together, and just staying with the total body. And now opening awareness to include our total experience. Knowing that when we take in the whole, when we take in our entire experience, sometimes the mind can want to add more. It can say, what about these experiences? Or shouldn't I include more of that sensation that I remember from the past? This is not the totality of this moment. This moment is something we can't add to, we can't perfect. Whatever the constellation of this moment is, that's what it is. If we're practicing with the eyes closed, what I recommend at this point is to allow the eyes to open and to rest on a single point. And with the eyes open, taking in the volume of space in front of you. Letting that volume of space also include the space that the body takes up. Letting those two mix. noticing that that space itself doesn't need anything from you. This is often why awareness is almost confusing or hard to find, because it doesn't need anything. It doesn't need anything to be different. So for a moment, assessing the parts of us in this moment that would change anything if they could. If any part of us had a magic wand, it could change anything. Would it use that wand? And that's not a problem. Just noticing those drives within us. And allowing those to exist in and around the awareness that doesn't need anything to be different. Usually, when we have those internal drives that need something to be different, to feel different, to be experienced differently, they take over. They just seem like that's us, and therefore, this is the world. The world is one where I need X. I want something to be here or something to be gone from here. So taking in this awareness that doesn't need anything to be different. Comparing those experiences. Not conceptually, but experientially. What do they feel like? And as though this space that surrounds us was almost like an entity or a being. Recognizing that being is interacting with those parts of us that need things without needing them to be any different. Usually when we experience this kind of wanting or not wanting, clinging or aversion, we usually want to get rid of it, imagining that we'd be more free if we just stopped wanting all the time. But notice this awareness treats everything the same. The awareness accepts and allows these different drives within us. If we feel a strong emotion, if we feel interest or desire, we want this meditation to go well. The awareness simply takes these in, welcomes them. And in this way, the awareness itself is almost kind, gentle, caring, not in the usual active way that we're used to, where we need something to be different. We care because we want something to grow. It just seems to allow whatever enters its field. for a moment also allowing ourselves to feel the awe of existing. There will be a time, as far as we know, to the best of our knowledge, that we will physically expire. This body will die. And in that moment, it could be the case that we will crave just one more moment of existing life. From the depths of our heart, we'll wish for just one more moment of what we have in deep abundance right now. We often ignore things that are deeply important until we are losing them. So recognize at this moment we are not losing any part of existing. We actually have direct access in complete abundance. So there's some awareness of awareness itself, awareness of the kind, welcoming nature of awareness. And if we feel distant from that kind, welcoming nature, then we can reach out to it. This is analogous to a prayer, where we reach out from the center to something we don't have direct contact with at this moment. This requires a bit of faith. But if we find that, if we feel just separate, we don't feel that support, being sure to pray, in this case, to meditate in all directions, not just one direction, reaching out to this neutral, welcoming, compassionate awareness that we've probably had some contact with at some point. If we feel separate, what do we feel separate from? Part of our mind knows. So as though we were praying outwards, reaching out to that experience. A little bit of connection with the awe of existing itself. It can sound very grandiose, but remember, the forces we're experiencing now are the same forces that pull together galaxies. These are the same forces that created the planet that we're on now, the scale of which we can barely comprehend. Those same forces are coming through at this moment in the form of body sensations, sounds, mental images, emotions. into that with clarity. Appreciation. Warmth and acceptance. And recognizing that this moment isn't asking anything. This set of sensations doesn't need us to be anyone, to get anything right. If we can notice this, seeing if we can find the relief in that experience. So much of our lives is spent needing to do, asking so much of us. So taking refuge in this particular moment. And in this way, allowing this particular moment to be the great teacher. It shows us how we might bring this practice into every aspect of our life. So allowing the body to stretch. And there we go. What was that like? What happened? What do you like now? Hit me with your reports instantaneously, because I have an obligation I've got to jump to, which includes taking care of this dog. This dog's got to be taken care of real quick. Okay. Okay. Hit me with your comments, questions, queries, challenges, or concerns. I'll open up the Discord. If you don't have the link for the Discord, it is right here. Nope, that is not it. That's the link for the Discord. Felt like I was dreaming with my eyes open. Very cool. Sounds like fun. My head started spinning when I did the breathing exercise. Interesting. So notice, if you can, the quality of the meditation today, given that we did that breathing exercise, and how that relates to how you feel normally, or how you normally feel when you do a meditation. For me, it always calms the system down at a very deep level. And what I found is that overwhelm is a pacing issue. It's just too much too fast. It's not too much, just too much too fast. Wow, my tummy's talking to me. So to slow the nervous system down in that way is very powerful. And just doing that same triangle breathing, 7 in, hold for 4, 7 out, breathing from the lower part of the belly is a really powerful way to trigger the vagus nerve, trigger the parasympathetic nervous system, and calm the system down. This is a lot of when I do the medicine work, when I do the journey work, the guided psychedelic stuff, that's a lot of what it is. It's like, whoa, this is a lot. It's a lot of emotion. This hurts, this whatever. Calm the breathing down. It's like, oh, this is fine. It hurts, but it's fine. Very powerful. It's funny because, I knew this. I've done this for a long time. I've used that technique. I just am like really enamored with it right now. Really, the power of slowing breathing down that way is really remarkable. So let us jump in here. Who's on Discord? Who wants to chit chat like kitty cats? Let me open this sucker up. There we go. Excellent. If anyone wants to jump onto Discord to discuss their challenges, difficulties, or discuss their meditation. I'm glad it did calm you down there. Dave Sissinell says, I love the awareness is kind and loving. I needed that. Yeah, that's something I want. So I realize, like, it is fair to say, if you don't, do anything at all, the awareness is just sort of like almost neutral. But I'm starting to, as weird as this seems, that neutrality I think is not neutral. That neutrality I think is a sort of, is a read on that awareness. And to look at the awareness as though it were a persona, as though it were a character, and look at like how that character relates to you, which is incredibly welcoming and incredibly open. It's like, oh my God, like what an incredibly generous, open, kind way of relating to anything in that way. And so to hang out with that kindness, and eventually we start to realize that kindness is available all the time, and eventually we start to realize, wait a minute, that kind awareness is actually me. That is, I couldn't detect that unless it was my nature. So that is the progress of the kind awareness practice. Senel says, thank you for sharing this with us. Thank you. It's not a cold awareness, a warm one maybe. Yeah, it's interesting because it's what this comes from is, for me, having had really intense experiences of this sort of neutral awareness. Neutral, and I think I look at it now and I'm like, I don't know if it was neutral so much as it was like sort of absent of care. It's like absent of, it's like, and I think it's like you experience however you program or relate to that awareness as its neutral state. But now it feels like the neutral state is actually that care and compassion. I don't know why, but it feels that's the real true state for me. And hearing people have these experiences where they had, their unifying experiences, their oneness experiences were, what's the word I'm looking for? Were like love, universal love, and I just didn't have that experience. So I was like, can you program in that direction? And I've frozen again. Okay, folks, it is guaranteed now that I have to change softwares. This is just really old at this point. So, this is programming that sort of universal love quality. Aaron says, I haven't done much eyes open meditation, but it really does feel like it helps in bringing more awareness into my daily life. Yes, it's very, very good for integrating the practice into our lives. That is a fact. Okay, anyone jumping on Discord who wants to chat or is trying to jump on Discord and is having trouble downloading it or something, let me know, and then hit me with any other reports or comments, queries, challenges, or life concerns before we transition here. Here it is. Okay, just checking my calendar. Yeah, I have a crazy day. It's like student, leave for a drive. It's like I have like 5 minutes to get ready for this weekend trip. Okay, folks, I'm going to check Discord one more time, and if not, I'm going to hit the road. I wanted to make sure that our friend Aborgna, that I could answer your question if that was helpful, if you need that. So also hit me with your report here in the chat if you want to. If not, I totally understand. I'll give it a few more seconds. I'll start to wind down. Oh, and integrating awareness into all of my sits is really helpful with equanimity. I think this is my personal stance. It's one thing. Awareness and equanimity are one thing. And so the equanimity stage, if we talk about those stages of awakening, is just the awareness stage. And we can cut through a lot of the difficulty by just tapping into awareness earlier. That's a lot of my premise. Okay, no one's on Discord. No big queries popping up. Usually they pop up in the last second. So I'll give it a couple more seconds. I'm going to hit the music. So folks, lovely to be with you here as always. We're going to be back here on Monday, fewer than 72 hours. Hopefully the whole stream will be fixed by then. I don't know when I'm going to fix it, but I'm going to. Cat Letterbox, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you, one and all. Okay, so folks, I'm frozen again. I'm not even going to unfreeze myself because I think we have to transition. Listen to this music. There we go. Listen to those jams. Dave appreciates y'all. I appreciate y'all too. Thank you for coming here. Thanks for being here as always. And folks, as always, in this moment, take a second to soak into that open, kind awareness, that awe at existing itself. Aaron says, I like hanging out with this group. Me too. I like that you're here, Aaron. Really good to see you here. Cat Letterbox. Oh, yeah. Thank you, folks. Great to be here with you. So then we're going to jump in and get ready, have a lovely weekend ourselves. That's how sentences work now. Folks, oh yeah, I forgot. P.S. During this time when we're doing this final thing, if you don't already know, all of these emojis still work. You can still flood the chat with emojis if you want to be seen and heard. More seen than heard. So that's the case. Folks, lovely to be here with you as always. And as always, practice well. Take care of each other, have fun, and we'll see you very soon.